Hello and welcome to BeamNG.drive. Today I'm taking a look at 3 more modded tracks for this game. The first one is the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Dino Ferrari in Imola. This is a very well-known Italian racetrack at the top with Monza and the Mugello, and it is also sadly remembered because in '94 Senna Ratzenberger died in the same Formula 1 weekend. But now with my trustworthy Solaya Wendover race car I will do a lap of this track, of which I also have the corner names, because I am Italian, this is an Italian racetrack, why not? So now we are heading towards the Variante Tamburello, the first corners of the lap. That's an S, quite wide, a lot of space. And now we are heading to the Variante Villeneuve after this quite long straight. With a standard race car it takes quite a while, it's not a Formula 1 but that's fine. But this is a bit slower to do, especially the exit of the second corner, quite tighter than the first part. And now towards the Tosa. And from now on there is 2 climbs in this track, and let me tell you that in the race car they are okay, that's cool. I did this track on foot and the elevation change is extremely high. You can judge it properly on the car, but on foot is something else. And now the Piratella, difficult corner, if you misjudge you will fly off the track easily. And now downwards towards the Acque Minerali. Again, braking is important because you are going down, a lot of sand, you risk to get beached. And after that another climb towards the Variante Alta, the slowest chicane of the racetrack, and it is also easy to fly because it's difficult to see sometimes. But now let me see. Okay, that was unintentionally decent. I'm satisfied. And now downwards again towards the Rivazza, the last section of this track. And I was here for the 2025 Formula 1 Grand Prix. I was in the grass. Okay, let me brake, okay, because long braking distance, nice. And I was to the left of this part of the track. I was there, sitting on the grass. And now towards the finish line, because this is the main straight line. So this was a lap of the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Dino Ferrari in Imola. This was the finish line where the lap stops, and this is where it started. Okay, that's nice. And this is a very cool track, wide, a lot of space on the outside. The curves are not tire killers, and the surface is very smooth. So I would say this is a must-have in this game, so I really suggest you go and download it yourself because it's a very good racetrack. Now let's go to see what's next. The second one is the Suzuka Circuit, a Japanese track very well known in the Formula 1 world, and I also think in the endurance world. But speaking of Formula 1, many championships were decided on this track. One of the most famous is probably the fight between Lauda and Ant, and the movie Rush depicts that fight and it ends on this track. There were also some famous and sad accidents, for example the one where Bianchi died, or what was that, about 12 years ago. So that's good moments and sad moments in this track as well, just like in Imola. But now let's focus on the mod, because this is a good track. The surface is good, is smooth, no bumps around. The curves are overall decent. Some are taller than the road and makes your car fly a little bit more, and some are nasty that puncture the tires in certain situations. For example, the one outside here to my left, if you go in the corner too fast with too much downforce from the braking, it will puncture the front tires especially, so be careful for that. And now this slow corner, because I don't remember the name of the corners of this lap, of this track, but it's a good track for racing. And overall this mod, just like the Imola circuit, it's good. It's light, it doesn't make my game lag. For example, I remember the Le Mans track that makes my game lag a lot, but these tracks are quite good, so that's nice. Sadly, this doesn't have the time trial option. I don't think I said it for the Imola one, but it doesn't have it as well, so that's a shame. They don't have the option to do a time trial. You can customize it, but you can't have it from the get-go after downloading this mod. And now towards this corner that I still have difficulties judging the speed. Okay, let's see. How much do I have to brake? 170. Okay, that was good, maybe even a bit too much. But anyway, I did survive, so that's nice. Here, always late on the brakes. Yes, of course, that's my signature move. Always late on that corner. And this was a lap of the Suzuka Circuit, a very good circuit. The mod is nice, the asphalt is good, and the curves are not killer, so I really recommend you go and download this track as well. And now, this was officially the finish of the lap. And now, let's smash at 200 km per hour, imitating Duan, like last year he did. I didn't do a 180, well, that was straight on crash, and now I have made the Solaya Duijon. Okay, that's interesting. But this was the Suzuka Circuit, a very good track, both for racing and mod quality. The final track is the Autodromo Velo Città, a Brazilian racetrack, which for it sadly I don't have much trivia to tell about, because for the other two tracks, those informations, I already knew them. But for this one, I've never seen this track. I've never raced on this in other games, so that's a new experience for me. I just went to see where this track was located, and that's Brazil, as I already said. And for this track, I like that it has multiple layouts, because the Imola and Suzuka Circuit don't have much variety on them, while on this you can have different layouts, which is nice. A bad thing about this track is that the curbs are nasty and the walls are very sticky, but this part of the track with this climb is incredibly nice. I really love it, but I have to be extra careful on the outside, especially because it will hit your tires easily, and also if you hit the walls in many spots they are sticky, so you will get grabbed, which is not nice. Okay, now here this chicane is quite tricky because the road is going down, so you can't see it properly. And let me tell you that as a first timer on this track, that was kinda tricky. I overshot it quite a lot of times. Now here as well, okay, oof, bad braking zone. It also catches you out because that's the pit box, but the road continues quite a bit more before going back on the straight line, which is this one. But you saw a lot of secondary roads for which you can create your own layout, which is interesting. And this was a lap of the Autodromo Velo Città. And now let's smash head-on the barrier, which are wall. Oof! Okay, the driver in this car is absolutely dead. There's no safety saving this driver. Look at the condition of this car. Oof, terrible. Car is completely destroyed, just like the driver inside of it. Now, these were the Autodromo, Enzo and Dino Ferrari in Imola, Suzuka Circuit and the Autodromo Velo Città. I really recommend you go and download them yourself because they are quite nice to race on. So I will put the links in the description for the forum threads. And I think that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.